Northern Ghana has decided to engage key flag bearers of the 2024 general elections on issues we consider critical to the development of Northern Ghana and the country as a whole. We identify education, our governance and decentralization system, the environment, with an emphasis on food security, and social inclusion as some critical issues to dialogue on with the frontline candidates of the 2024 general elections. We have communicated to the flag bearers in an earlier letter that, 1, we want a response and commitment to happenings in the education sector. Preferably, we desire to know what plans are in place to have a stable, predictable education system in structure and curriculum, as was the case many years ago. 2, we think it is taking forever to fully operationalize our decentralization system to increase citizen participation in development decision-making. We are wondering why we cannot implement the 2011 Constitution Review Commission recommendation to grant power to citizens to elect MMDCs. We are witnesses to the destruction of our environment, notably by illegal miners, illegal loggers, and indiscriminate charcoal burning. We have also observed how variable our weather has become with inconsistent rainfall patterns, but we cannot see any vigorous, visible actions to ensure environmental restoration and sustainability and guaranteed food security, particularly in Northern Ghana. 4, conflicts in Northern Ghana have occurred largely between so-called majority and minority ethnic groups, often over land and chieftaincy, with one group often feeling superior to the other. Ghana is a unitary state and is meant to accommodate all Ghanaians. Therefore, we call for a reinforcement of our legal and policy framework. Divisive and discriminatory practices by some ethnic groups against others that tend to breed these conflicts. 5, we observe that a winner takes it all syndrome characterizes our democracy and our politics, the main reason for a highly polarized political landscape. We believe the Constitution has everything to. This was observed by the 2011 Constitution Review Commission, which came up with some recommendations to address this. Implementing these recommendations will go a long way to strengthening our democracy. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, traditional rulers, professionals and civil society, organizations present, religious and clergymen, political party representatives, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is for these 5 view to achieving concrete action points to be implemented from 2025 onwards. To simplify, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, It is for these 5 first, the flag bearer or flag bearers to respond to the points, and thereafter we take some questions, clarifications, and points of interest. Since they are not yet here, I will ask the chairperson, with the help of the facilitator, perhaps to facilitate a forum, an open forum and discussion as to look at these areas while waiting for the other people we have invited to come. Even if they do not come, but we will do a reflection on these points. And I think it will be helpful as our media will help to carry the message across to everybody. Once again, welcome and thank you all for honoring our invitation. Thank you for your attention.
Shall we give my Lord Bishop another round of applause? So, dear House, we have heard the 5 issues we wanted to take on with our flag bearers. Education, number 1, that until junior high now changed to whatever. The system was quite stable. Those of us some gray hair until the junior high system came in with senior high and all those things. Just went through primary, middle, and senior high and university. But now it's like with change of government, then we don't know whether there's also going to be a change of educational system, okay? And it's a matter of great worry to all of us. So I would like to give the mic to the facilitator, whether we are going to take the points one by one with clarification and further reflection. I think that will be the way forward. And when we are done, so that our coming here is not in vain. At least we'll leave this place convinced that we have made our inputs and hope that we'll get the appropriate response in due course. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Chairman. I think what we would require of us, we will require ways by which we can get the flag bearers to implement these concerns in a result-oriented fashion. So if we say the education system is not predictable, is not stable, what is the way forward? So let's start with education, inputs and suggestions. For the inputs and suggestions for the education sector. Reverend, a snapshot of what the state is, the state of education is. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. The flag bearers are not here. I think these questions would have been directed to them. Education. We all know how important education is, especially to the north. The free senior high school program is very, very, and I always wonder whether since the implementation of that particular program and evaluation studies have been carried out. Now, when you send your child to the senior high school, the amount of monies that you pay before your child gets into the classroom is not small. So I sometimes wonder whether the authorities in these senior high schools are collecting these monies at the blind side of the government. Why I always call for the evaluation studies since the implementation of this. So if we have free senior higher education and you send your child and pay an amount of 4,000, 5,000 before your child gets into the classroom, at various points you have to pay before your child gets to this. But if you are going there hoping that it is free, I am not going to pay anything, then you get there and all these charges are leveled against you. It's very, very bad. So I call for an evaluation. Nobody can cancel the free education as we stand today. It has come to stay. But what can we do to really make it free? As the word implies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The concrete point there is an evaluation of the free senior high school policy. I think some semblances of evaluation have this. Perhaps the reports have not been made public. So we will find out.
Good morning. I have a concern regarding education. Sometimes I ask myself questions that I've never found answers to. Yes, we expect that with time there should be changes. Are the changes directed towards solving our problems? That is my problem. How are the reforms done? Sometimes, I've never had answers anyway. For me, I always ask myself, as a teacher who has undergone some training and then I am told how the curricula is designed, I am told that the first point